Anymore. I hope that you all are having a good day. Bandit and I are glad that you're here on my Friday Night Live. I am in town and I have been running errands all day. So what you see is what you get. I put on a little bit of lip gloss, but that's it. So little baby Bandit, he's like, Mom, when are we going back out to the wild? I don't like the town. I'm like, that's okay, Bandit, I don't either. So I have 1, 2, 3 fans going. So if it's too loud for you, if between the city traffic and and the fans, y'all just let me know. But yes, happy Friday, folks, like Matilda says. So let me back up. Every time I say I'm not going to do this, so I'm going to try to go forward and not go backwards. And thank you, Carol and Robert, for being here. And oh, I didn't mean to move my camera. I'm trying to get my notes. You guys, I have 2 pages of notes of things I want to talk to y'all about tonight. So it should be a fun Friday night. Cynthia Veers, Marie, oh, and thank you, mods, Carol and Robert, for being here. I don't know who else might be on here. And my camera is turned backwards. So I'm going to have my finger in your face probably all night because I'll be doing this to look at the comments, and I'm sorry. Cynthia, Marie, Joan, hello. And I appreciate my mods saying hello to everyone. No Drama Mama. Pearl, hello my darling, good to see you on here. Marie, you made it, good for you. Hello Sissy, looking forward to seeing you in October at Lollapalooza. And and Marie is congratulating Robert on his new job, and we're going to talk about that in a minute, and thank you for doing that, Marie. So the wind is even popping the door behind me. That's what Bandit is looking at. There's a storm rolling in. So as soon as we hang up, I'm going to be heading out to the mountain. And Bandit, honey, you go play. You go play. Good boy. Anyway, oops, I just knocked a fan over. Hold on. Uh-oh. My cousins, Cindy and Mike, gave me that fan, that Endless Breeze fan, and I tell you what, it just keeps on ticking. It's just amazing. Oh, I got it, Marie. I missed it. And Untethered Nomad is at a mountain lake. That is awesomeness. And yes, Christine says shout out to the mods that make YouTube bearable. That is true. They're the wrench holders. And Edward, Edward, and Patty, hello. I'm not going to get y'all's last names right tonight. It's been a hot, long day of afternoons. It's been a hot, long afternoon of errands, and I'm actually in the laundromat parking lot. Hi Kathleen Michael, I'm glad you made the live tonight. Thank you for being here. And we're going to talk about a lot here in a moment. Ah, the nomadic healer. It's so good to see you, and then you give me a super chat tip on top of that. Thank you very much for that, sweetheart. It's good to see you on here. Alexander Adventures 3, Megan made it. Hello, beautiful. Glad that you are on here tonight. And please feel free to email me anytime, and I think of you every day. Steve Olson, hey kids, know what time it is? It's Friday Night Live time. And thank you, Mimi, y'all, for letting me know that you can hear me just fine. And Jersey is in the house. Well, yay. I know I have to go backwards though because I can never stay caught up. Thank you for thinking of me though, Brenda and Noreen. Hi, my darling. And Doreen, are y'all on the road yet? Let me know. And I'm glad, thank you for letting me know the sound is good. Yeah, Robert, you've got crazy good AC now that you've got a big crazy ass house. I'm so happy for you. Hot and steamy, might want to stay in the hills there, buddy. That's my cousin Michael telling somebody to stay in the hills. I don't know who, because I'm going backwards again. And I try not to go backwards, but I do. And Howard Moses, hello, Vesta Moon. She's wanting to get together with somebody. Pam is on here, my friend in Texas. Only she's not in Texas right now. Oh, Vesta Moon and Dewdrop In are talking yarn, I think. And Joan, I don't know what y'all are talking about. Doesn't matter. I'm just glad y'all are talking to each other. Let's see. Yeah, Robert always fixes the best food. Oh, Dewdrop In is saying popcorn, anybody? That would be good. I'm actually drinking ice water to just try to stay cool, and I feel very guilty. Oh, I just poured, oh no, y'all hang on. I just poured water all over myself. I thought the lid was closed, and the lid wasn't closed. Anyway, I thought the lid was closed, and it wasn't closed. So let me clean up this water. That's why I have this wonderful desk. I bought this desk and so that my laptop and my camera and everything, they're up off of the table surface because I spill a lot. But I think I got that. Hang on. Okay. Anyway, I feel guilty for saying it's hot because it's only in the 80s here today, and it's a lot hotter than that all over the country. And Deborah Dennis is on here, evidently. Texan Lou, truly blessed. Jackie P. Yeah, Texas is hot. Christine. Rob Wakely, Dottie, and my bandit says hi back to Dottie and your beautiful kitty. Glad to see you on here. Oh, Deborah Dennis, you can hang, you can go in and out. That's okay. I'm just glad that you're here. Thank you, my friend. Oh, y'all are chatting about what you do so you don't get bored. I got you, Vesta Moon. Oh, man, bored. I don't know what that is. Howard Moses. This is so really cool. All right. Oh, sea lions, my neck fan. I'm going to get my neck fan. Y'all hang on. I'm sorry I keep leaving the chat. I did. I forgot about my neck fan. And it's awesomeness. Susie, it's hot here. Hi, my darling. And it's going to be hotter over the next week. I may have to adjust my travel thing. Okay, now I got to remember how to turn this thing on. Thank you, Sea Lions. I hope this isn't going to be too loud for you. Now I got to figure out. You have to turn it a certain way. Oh, I'd forgotten about this thing, and I was even getting a headache, so thank you so much. Yeah, isn't that a beautiful curtain? I need to sew it. It's just pinned right now. Thank you, Noreen. And then I have this one over here, I guess I could open it a little bit. See if I can let a little breeze through. But since I'm at the laundromat, parking lot, I don't want, I did my laundry and just finished putting it up, but I don't want to open up my curtains too much and look like I'm camping. So, Aaliyah Scott, hello. Oh, good, I'm glad y'all can't hear it. Yeah, this is helping a lot. I'm getting a headache from getting so hot. But, so I may have to change my travel plans. We'll see. I gotta take a drink though, hold on. Ah, good old water, keeping me nice and cool. All right, so I think, am I caught up? Yeah, this particular one, I can't vouch for any others, but this one is, I just did the thing on it. You'd think they had the name on the thing, but I don't see it on here. It was on the box. Torres L3. But it is just awesome. It's got 3 different speeds on it, and it just really works, and I do keep forgetting about it. I've been hot all afternoon, and I'd forgotten about it. So thank you, Sea Lions. Truly Blessed says that loves the storage bench behind me. You talking about this one, Truly Blessed? I designed this one, and I can't point backwards. I designed this one, and Robert built it for me. And that holds all of my outdoor stuff so that I don't have to put it on my bed or anything when I travel. And like, I wanted to leave my table at my campsite to reserve it while I came to town. And so I just slid my table out of there and left it at my campsite. So, hi C-Dub's Journey, glad that you're on here. I saw that you put up a video earlier, but I've been hustling to get ready for my live and haven't watched it yet. Something about waders. I'm taking it, it has to do with fishing waders or garden waders and rain. Rebecca McKinney, hey y'all. That's awesomeness. I missed something. I'm missing so many people. I love this neck fan. I did a review on it, and it's the only, I get product offers several times a week, and it's the only one that I've let them send me a product. Oh, there it is. Robert's putting it up now. Thank you, Robert. And it's the only one that I've done a review on, and everybody that, and it's so comfortable and flexible. I forget I have it on. And everybody that puts it on just loves it. It's there are other brands out there, but I don't think they're like this one, because I know people that have had something similar, and then they put this on and they're like, holy cow. So Melody says we all have issues. Everybody's got a story, and everybody's got something going on. Today, Michael and Cindy, she lost her mother. Tomorrow will be 1 year. It's hard to believe it's been that long since Sweet Beverly's been gone. And then I've got friends that are dealing with cancer, and I've got, we know someone that has lost a child, and I mean, everybody's got something going on. I don't ever try to pretend that I'm unique. Yeah, squirrel. See. Yes, Carol, I'm not sure who asked that, but I did the review and wore it while I was camping. So if you'll go watch the video, you'll see me wearing it while I'm hiking. And then I met some people on the trail, and it was 3 guys, and guys, they were in their 80s, and they were doing circles around me. Man, they were so fit. They would even like jog up the hill. I was just like, oh my God. I was like, oh my God. There it is, Debra's review of the Torres L3 neck fan. And then there's another one where I wore it hiking, and those guys put it on, and the one guy, actually after the camera was turned off, he offered to buy it from me. I'm like, no way, go get your own. And please use my affiliate link. So, and yeah, you can't even tell you have it on, and it's flexible. You can do it all kinds of ways. Like if I wanted it up more on my face, I could do that. But it blows from up here and here, and you can see it. And this is on low, and it has 3 speeds. So I just thank you, Sea Lions, again for reminding me to put this on. My head is already feeling better, and I appreciate that. And I saw that Frugal RV Gal is on here. Everybody's loving the birthday video that you did with me, Frugal. Thank you so much. I hear you, C-Dubs. Yes, your brother is a slave driver, but y'all are doing some amazing things to your van. I can't wait for everybody to see it. And let's see, I missed something. Lucretia is here, burning up the roads, and Kathy Decree is here. Thank you, my wonderful mods. I appreciate it. Yes, Patty, I'm going to talk about that in a moment. Robert and I will always be friends, and I'm going to talk about that stupid video in a minute, and how, anyway, I'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, so I'm going to just jump into that right now. And so hey Gray, good to see you on here. All my friends are jumping on. Debra on the go. Yes, this fan is awesome. I really cannot recommend it enough. And I know that people that have had other models said that it was not. Kathy, I don't know why you're saying that. Relax and take a breath before I pass out. I'm fine. Anyway, people that have tried it, other models said that this one's just far better. So if you do get one, everybody's saying they want one. If you do get one, please use my affiliate link. So, hold on. Robert put up Debra's stupid video and I almost spit water again. That's funny there, Robert. And you have a right to call it stupid video. Vesta Moon, yeah, that thinning out stuff. And, hey, Texas lady, glad you made it. And Camp Goer 1, I'm watching ground squirrels out of the corner of my eye. Okay, so I am going to look at my notes, and I want to clarify. Wonder if Torres would give me one more fan for Bandit. Bandit won't. He doesn't like stuff touching him. He's pretty finicky. So, but if they ever made anything for dogs, I'd be the first to buy it because their product is just quality all the way around, just unbelievable. And I just, like I said, I get people that offer me product reviews and products all the time, and I finally gave in on this one because I really wanted to try it, and I'm so glad I did. And I never recommend anything if it didn't really work. And so yeah, I actually think everybody ought to have one of these because it just makes such a huge difference. Oh, Debra on the go, thank you. She says she will for sure use my link. I appreciate that. Okay, so that video yesterday, let me clarify. Let me clarify some things because, okay, so Robert and I both thought that it would be funny for me to say he dumped me because, and we'll talk about that. But in the very first few seconds of the video, I talk about how. You know, and Robert's already put up the link, but I'm talking about the video yesterday that starts with he dumped me, and I said, you know, we were friends, then we became a couple, then we broke up for a year, then we got engaged during COVID, and then we broke up, and then I come back and I say that I'm talking about he got a bigger, better offer and isn't editing videos for me anymore. And people, thank you, C-Dubs. I appreciate that so very much. And people were like thinking he dumped me. We have not and will not go public with what happened to our engagement. That is between he and I and our loved ones, and that's just it. And that's it, Robert. We'll just blame it all on the pandemic. And obviously Robert's still on here. I even said he was in on the thumbnail and in on the title, and we just thought after all the drama of us breaking up and everything that it would be a funny way and a good way to introduce that I'm going to be having to edit my own videos from now on. I think maybe where it went awry is that I shared how stressed I am about that. And Robert can't, that's not Robert's responsibility. We're not a couple anymore. He was a business partner. I was paying him to edit my videos. He got a job that prohibited him from being able to continue to do that. And it was sudden and it was shocking, and I haven't adjusted yet. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm trying not to stress and freak out. Everybody's like, oh, just do one a week. YouTube and Google no, you can't do that. I mean, I could do that, but it's just like spinning your wheels. Why would I do that? YouTube and Google, they do not promote you if you don't do at least 2 or 3 if you're a week, if you're a vlog. Yes, there are some people that thank you, Lucretia. Yes, there are some people, some channels that do once a week, and they are mega channels, but it's a different venue than a vlog like mine. And YouTube and Google take all of that into account. And Robert got this job offer, and it was like, you have to report next week. It's not like he could do anything about it. And I'm still shocked. I'll be honest with you. I had to call him, and because I did that video that went up yesterday, and I tried. Thank you, Cardi. She says she was amused by it. Thank you. And I even said in the video, there is nothing nothing negative in this video. I didn't want anything negative out of it, and so I just didn't do a good job or something. But I edited that video myself. I edited the birthday video with Jana myself, with Frugal RV Gal myself. And guys, I had to call Robert and ask him, what do I use? What software do I open up to do this? I couldn't remember. And see, that's the part of the stress for me. Every creator, there's a bunch of creators on here. You can ask them. Hold on, I got to turn this up. It's to another level. There are a bunch of creators on here. Oh, that's too loud and too much. I'll put it on the second level. But there are a bunch of creators on here, and you can ask them. It's a job. It takes a while to edit videos. I know Frugal has shared with me she spent a dozen hours on a video before, and writing it down. Cynthia, I've been through traumatic brain injury rehab for 3 months. They taught us all the tools. It's not that simple when you have a brain injury. And then I have to remember how to do it, and so I have to go watch videos. Once I remembered what software it is, I have to go watch videos to remember how to do it. And the same thing with sewing. The reason my curtains are just hung and pinned is because I have to watch a video every single time on how to thread my machine and how to sew. And guys, I used to sew out the yin yang. But with my brain injury, I just don't remember from time to time. It's kind of like that movie, 50 First Dates. You know, every time it's a new time, and I have to look it up. So every creator, it takes a while to do this job, to do videos. It's not like, and everybody's like, well, don't edit. Guys, you can't put anything on YouTube unless it's a one-shot take and you don't stop. You don't stop from the time you turn the camera on till the time you turn it off. Then you can put that on YouTube. But if you turn that camera off and start it again for anything, you have to do some editing. And it's called rendering. Otherwise, you can't put anything on YouTube. So quit telling me to quit editing. You have to edit to be able to put stuff on YouTube unless you do one-take shots. And I'm not as talented as Rusty, and there's another Debra that does that. And plus I have a different venue than that. I don't, that's not my deal. That would stress me out so much to have to try to talk and never and get it right, and oh my God, I couldn't do that either. So anyway, I will figure it out, but and there's no sense having a vlog channel if you're not going to do 2 or 3 videos a week. And no, shorts don't count, and the Friday Night Live doesn't count. YouTube and Google require 2 to 3 videos a week. And oh, Rob Wakely, you got one of these. Oh my God, Rob, you are gonna love it so much. You are not gonna believe. And Rob's a good friend of mine, so I would never. Y'all know if I'm telling that to a good friend of mine that I'm serious. You're gonna love it, Rob. And thank you for using my link, my dear friend. I really appreciate that. I think anybody that gets warm, you ought to have one of these. It's just a life changer. And I can't put it on 3 without having earplugs in because of my hyperacusis, but because it's really powerful on 3. And Jana just shared, Frugal RV Gal just shared, part of the beauty of a video is the editing. And I want y'all to hear me. I'm not saying I don't want to edit. I'm going to look at my notes, make sure I'm getting this ring right. Actually, that's the next subject. I'm going to come back to that. Let me finish about yesterday's. That's why I messed off notes. Let me finish about yesterday's video. And so I feel like I threw Robert under the bus, and that was not my intention. He wouldn't have been in on it if that was our intention. And I applaud him for grabbing the brass ring, and good for him. He now has an RV he has to pay for and maintain, and it ain't cheap. Trust me, ask me how I know. But for me, it was bad timing. There's just no getting around that. And Robert and I talked about that yesterday, and he you know, he didn't realize, I don't think, that how badly it was going to affect my life, but there wasn't anything he could do about it either. And I'm sure if he could have, he would have, and we'll just let that go at that. And if y'all see anybody making any comments about it, refer them back to this Friday Night Live, to this section, and just say that it wasn't intended that way. Am I in a bad way over it? Yeah, but it just is what it is. Life happens. And so that leads me to kind of what Frugal led into. And I'm sorry that I'm missing comments. I'll try to catch up here in a little bit if I can. And in a minute, I tell you what, mods, I have enough of you on here tonight, and thank you again. In a minute, I'm going to ask you if there's anything I've missed, and y'all give me a heads up on what I need to go back to. So Frugal is saying, I love to put the clips together and then spends time picking out music, and she loves the creative parts of editing. And that's what I want to address next. I wanted to clarify yesterday's video, and the next thing, Sharon Feeney, who are you talking to? And Frugal says it isn't easy or fast. That's true. And I want to. I've got a few people that offered to edit my videos, and I'm going to reply to their email. But I want to give it a stab myself, and I know I said that on yesterday's video that if anybody can, please let me know. But it's also a thing. So here's the thing about I love that creative process that Jana is talking about. Frugal RV gal is talking about, and I want to do it more than anything in the world, and I want to be able to write. It has delayed my book. I really, I'm gonna cry. I really wanted to have my book published by my birthday. I'd wanted to have it published long before now, but it was really important to me to get that thing done by my birthday. And I always joke that God's up there and he goes, oh, isn't that cute, she has a plan. And shit happens, life happens, and I'm gonna have to get over it. And I'm doing the best I can on doing what I can do. But what I want you to understand, and what I need my viewers to understand, what I need my family and friends to understand, and what I need y'all to help other people understand when they're on my channel and they don't get it, is that okay, I'll go back. Like Christopher Reeves. Oh my God, he was my hero. He was my hero. I was battling depression from my brain injury, and this was before my brain surgery. It was getting over the initial injury, and he just fought so hard to not give in to his what had been dictated to him when he got thrown from a horse. And in case y'all don't know, I'm talking about the actor that played Superman, and he was thrown from a horse and it made him a quadriplegic. And he fought so hard, and he donated just a ton of money to trying to figure out how to walk again, and he would not give up. He died because he was on a treadmill trying out robotic prosthetics and fell, and there wasn't any malpractice in it, or anything, he was just trying so hard to live a life that he used to know, and that he was determined to have some shade of it back again. And that's kind of where I'm at. I have this life and these desires of things that I want to do, and my damn brain injury just it gets in the way. And creators talk, they've shared about how it takes them time, and it takes me 3 times longer. It's like somebody that maybe used to be a marathon runner and now they're in a wheelchair, and they just have that desire. And there's this transition. I'm so grateful that my Aricept and that my life is good, and that I'm out here doing this, and I'm independent, and I'm grateful for my life. So don't be reading into it that I'm whining or not grateful, but I am. But there's this transition. Oh, thank you, Lucretia. You're my mod, and you're giving me a super chat tip. Thank you. But there's this. Thank you so much, Lucretia. But but there's this transition where you have to learn. You know, I can't, I have this desire to still do these things. So maybe now I can't run marathons, but I can be wheelchair Olympics. Christopher Reeves, he was determined he was going to walk again, and I don't want to give up my YouTube channel. I don't want to give up writing, and I want it all. And I know I know I have to make adjustments, and I know I have to figure it out. And I will, and I will. And if I have to hire somebody else to help me, I will. But Robert was already in my wheelhouse. He knows me. He knows what I wanted. You know, that transition of him doing my editing was easy. Hiring somebody else and I got something going on. Hold on. Thank you, mods. And now I lost my track. Let me look at my notes. Yeah, there's no room for Christine. Don't address that, please. Y'all just ignore that. I think how I want to say this. I wish I had squirrel. Yes, frugal, one day at a time. There is a part of me, and I'm gonna thank you, Kathy. I appreciate that very much. There is a part of me, and I want to be real careful how I say this. Texas lady, I do have the best friends, and thank you for that super chat tip. You guys are just so good to me. Thank you. There is a part of me that if God removed the ability for me to do things, I wish He'd have removed the desire. Because one of the things that I used to say about my son, who was Down syndrome all the time, was it was such a blessing for him that he didn't know he didn't know. You know, one week he was going to be an astronaut, and one week he was going to be the president, and one week he was going to buy a truck when he got his driver's license, and bless his heart, he never knew that he wasn't going to get to do any of those things, and he would forget. And as far as I know, and I watched very closely, and I knew him very well. As far as I know, he never had anxiety and angst and remorse over the things he couldn't do. And I will find out. I will find my balance. But right now, I'm like Christopher Reeves. I want it all. I don't want to give up. 1 minute at a time. Megan, if anybody knows that, you do, my darling. And I know that. And I mean, you know, there was a time when I was in the hospital and coming out of my coma that when I got to blink on my own, that was a party. And I was so grateful, and that's when I started realizing that there's always something to be grateful for. Whether it's blinking on your own, being able to drink out of a straw, and progressing to look where I am now. And so I don't mean to sound ungrateful or whiny, because I'm not. I just want to be able to figure out how to do this. And because I am so capable in so many ways. But, you know, here's what I wanted to say. And I'm not going to look at the comments so I don't get distracted. And Michael, thank you for understanding that I get behind when I try to catch up. You know, people get it. When you look at people with Alzheimer's or dementia, and they're struggling to remember, or they're struggling to do something that they once used to could do so easily. People understand it if it's people in the beginning stages of Alzheimer's or dementia. And unfortunately, until they find more medicine and more cures, that stage goes away and they slip away more and more. And to those that have had to live with loved ones with that dreaded disease, I'm so sorry. But I'm almost like Groundhog Day. I'm in that damn stage where it's the beginning of dementia and Alzheimer's all the time. And I can't, and we joke about aging and CRIS, the Chris disease, can't remember shit. I get it, and I know that it's funny and that everybody struggles with it, but it's every day for me. And I'm looking over here so I don't look at the comments and get distracted and squirrel. But it's every day, and now I have to do it all again. I have to do my channel, and I want to write, and I forget, especially now that I'm on a mountain and I don't have signal. I can't keep up with my blogs like I want to, and so when I come to town, I forget to make time to do that. And I appreciate what everybody's saying about do notes and calendars and reminders, and I do all that. But here's the honest truth, and we'll move on to something else. Even reminders. I am blessed with wonderful people in my life, most of who are on here tonight. And they will even remind me. I was on the phone with David the other day, and he asked me if I'd taken my medicine that day because it had been a crazy, hectic, bad day over some other stuff. And I was like, oh, no, sir. And he's like, go do that now. And on the way, I don't know how I did it. It's kind of like spilling my water a while ago. I hit the hydrant, and I'd left the pump on, which you just don't do in your RV. But I'd left the pump on, and I hit the hydrant, and I cleaned that up, and I came back, and the whole time I'm on my earbud and talking to him and everything, and I sat down and I said, good grief, that was an ordeal. And he's like, Debra, you didn't take your medicine. So even if I have reminders and everything, from the front of my RV to my kitchen, if something interrupts, it doesn't happen. And like I said, to be able to edit videos, I did the last two and they were fun, and I got them done. Didn't get to do anything else in my life because it just consumes everything. But I got them done, and I did enjoy it. And to do the ones that I'm going to do for next week, I'll have to watch videos again and look at my notes again to remember how to do it. And so I appreciate the well-meaning of everybody saying, just cut back. You can't do that with YouTube and Google. Well, I'd just be spinning my wheels, and I'm not going to do that. You might as well not have a vlog channel if you're only going to do 1 or 2 a week. They just don't honor that, and I'm not going to waste my time. And so that so I'll figure it out. That's it. I'll figure it out. I've said enough on that. Cheryl, it's not about age, and it's not about mantras, and it's not about positive thinking. I have a brain injury. If I was in a wheelchair, you wouldn't tell me to just think positive and get up and walk. I have a brain injury, and I have to learn how to work with it. And I don't know if that's how you meant that or not, but because of the raw, vulnerable state that I'm in, and I almost didn't do my live chat tonight because I know that's how I'm feeling. That's how it landed. I'm trying to explain so that people will understand why the video yesterday and losing Robert as my editor impacts my life so greatly. And it's not just as easy as thinking positive and cutting back and doing all of those things. And thank you, Rob Wakely. Love you. Okay, so that was number 2. Number 3. Oh, I was already talking about that. The Google and YouTube frequency for a vlog channel. Thank you, Matilda. Love that. Thank you, Jake. Thank you for that too. Truly blessed. This is raw and vulnerable, folks. It doesn't. And yes, my attitude does do it, but I don't know why you think I'm not thinking positive. I'm allowed moments. I'm allowed to be real. I'm allowed to tell you what shit is like in my daily life. Doesn't mean I'm not being positive. And I do positive. I do prayer and meditation. I have books that I read. God is powerful in my life. I'm one of the most positive people you'll ever meet, and I have moments where I'm trying to share with y'all what it's really like in my world, because you usually only see the glitz and glamour. Oh my goodness, who did that? No drama, mama. We love you. You do you. Each day, each hour, each moment. We'll be here no matter what. Thank you. I appreciate that, and God, I appreciate that so much. Not just the money. I appreciate that too, because I can't keep going without that. It's the love and support that I receive from you guys. All the comments yesterday, most of the comments, I had somebody say that I was just using Robert, and I'm glad that he knows that's not true, and I'm glad that people that know me know that's not true. Thank you. I just can't thank you enough. So yes, Cardies. I'll have a note I'll put up. I'll think it's a real clear note when I write it, and I'll put it even on top of my coffee pot, so that maybe if it's really important, I've done that before, so that I don't even get my coffee in the mornings without reading that note. And I'll have to call somebody and go, what the hell does this mean? I wrote myself a note and I don't remember what I'm supposed to do. So, and then I'll laugh, because I am a positive person, and I am always telling everybody that there's always something to be grateful for, and you just got to find it, and you got to keep on keeping on. It's one of my biggest mantras, so thank y'all for understanding that. And Lynette, that's one of my newest patrons. Hello, my darling. Glad to see you on here. I don't know if you saw my message to you on Patreon or not, but I'm grateful for you. And so I was talking about Google YouTube frequency. And so here's the thing. It's like if you have a vlog channel, I do a gratitude list of 12 things, Rachel's Rants, and I've been doing that since before, not before my brain injury, but before my brain surgery, and I learned that through Oprah, and she said she does a journal every day of 12 things she's grateful for, and I started learning the concept, like I said, when I was in the hospital and blinking, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so grateful to be blinking, and then I was like, it just lifted my spirits while I was laying there in the bed, to be grateful for that instead of commiserating over everything else. And yes, I don't care if you just write down 3 things or list them or whatever you do. A gratitude list can change your life. I'll testify to that. And it doesn't matter what you're going through. If you will do a gratitude list and find something, and the fact of writing it down, not just listing it in your head, it makes a difference. And that's my hint to you. If you're going through stuff, do a gratitude list. So Google, for a vlog channel, their analytics and algorithm, they don't promote you. They don't do suggested channels. They don't. If you aren't doing 2 to 3 a week, you just start going downhill on money, and then after a while you're spending the same amount of time, and I can't afford that, you guys. I don't want to say that my YouTube channel is about money. That is not what I'm saying. I know that's going to be the takeaway for some people, and I'll probably end up even on some of the troll channels for saying that. But if I'm going to invest my time and energy and money into this channel, which I do, and I love it, and I'm going to continue to do, then it is nice to get that. It's not much, but it's nice to get that paycheck. And if I'm going to do all this work, why would I do all this work and not do that? And if I know that I have to do at least 2 to 3 videos a week to get there, then that's what I need to do. And if I have to hire somebody to help me, I will, because I could get this same connection with that, because that's what I get with you guys, and that's what I don't want to give up as well, in addition to the extra income. Because let's face it, living on disability, it's tough, and there are a lot of you on here that understand that. And so I'm grateful to be able to do something that gives me a little bit of extra income. But I could get this connection with you guys through social media somehow, through my blog post on Patreon, through my writing books, and maybe doing author meetups and signing books. And so I could get the connection other ways. And if I'm going to maintain my channel on Google and YouTube, I'm going to want to make some money on it, and so I have to do the 2 to 3 times a week. And so I hope that helps you understand that a little better, because everybody's like, just do it whenever you want, and it just doesn't work that way, you guys. I wish it did. And I meant to get my cup out. Hold on, I'm leaving y'all one more time. So my patrons have seen this. Thank you, Pearl. I love you. My patrons have seen this, but you guys, look, that's Smokey the Bear, and it says only you. And I got this from a law enforcement officer ranger, not just a ranger, but a law enforcement officer that came to my camp with an unholstered unclipped his gun and left his door open, had his lights on and everything, and it was kind of a mistaken identity thing. And I will be putting that on a video, so you know, and I told my patrons a little bit about it. And I was in a camp that just had way too much traffic, but he gave me this. And we did a selfie, and he was a great guy, and it turned out to be a good thing. But it's been a crazy week. And I also had, I helped rescue a fallen hiker, and that's a whole long story, and I shared pictures of that on, it is, Pam, it's an awesome cup, and it's metal. I mean, oh my God, you can't get these online, you can't get these anywhere. So this is just, I can't tell y'all how much I just love this so much. And anyway, I helped rescue a hiker that was down. I actually saw her dog and got my binoculars because I thought it was a deer, and her dog was a huge dog, and was standing guard over her, and I went running, and that's a whole nother long story in a video that'll be up. But you know, so I can share those things just like I do on Patreon, is my whole point. But there's something about being able to be creative and put it on video too, and the extra income doesn't suck, I'll be honest. So yes, Pam, I'm glad I was too. Wasn't that a crazy story? And I've had all kinds of things happen in that particular campsite this week, which was not the solitude and the peace and quiet and everything that I need. So I moved on up the mountain. And yes, that's why the title of this one was, it's been a big week. And but I got a cup, and I love and hey, I gotta tell y'all, it's so funny. Ooh, big truck going by. Let me take a drink first, but I gotta tell y'all what he said when he gave me this cup. It was hilarious. And yes, Patty, that is correct. It is a lot for a little return, but I can't work a job. I can't handle noise and a lot of people input. I can't run a cash register. I can't handle a ringing phone. I get nosebleeds. It's not like I don't want to do it. Again, going back to that want, I'd love to be able to do something. But when you are standing waiting on customers and you have a nosebleed because you're getting too much flooding, it's not really attractive. Or if I have a TBI episode and I can't report to work, that's not fair to anybody, to the employers, to the other co-workers, or anything. So I can't do a job, and I can't do math anymore, and I can't read more than a page or two at a time. And I can't remember shit. We've already talked about that. It's like they'd have to retrain me every day for just about everything. But in my own time and in my own space, and hopefully in a quiet camp, I can watch videos, and I can read my notes, and I can remember how to edit videos, and I can make an income, an extra income enough to supplement my disability on YouTube, and I am so very, very, very grateful for that. But yes, it is a lot of work for a little return, and I'm grateful for it. Okay, so let me tell you all about this cup. Okay, so it's got Smokey the Bear on it, right? Very cool. Says, I remember that pic. So so we get all done, and I could tell he's feeling bad that he came running into my camp like he was going to arrest me. If it had turned out to be what he thought it was, he would have, and rightfully so. And you'll have to wait for the video. But toward the end, he goes, "So do you want any Smoky products?" I'm like, I didn't want to tell him no, because I could tell he was offering me something, but I didn't have a clue what that young man was talking about. And I'm like, "Hon, I'm sorry, I don't know what you mean, Smoky products." He goes, "You know, Smokey the Bear." And he goes, a lot of people don't know Smokey the Bear. And I'm like, oh my God, I grew up with Smokey the Bear. I love Smokey the Bear. I've been to the Smokey Bear Museum in Lincoln, New Mexico. I went out of my way to get it. I love Smokey. Oh my God, Brenda Whitlock, I just got a notification of your PayPal Super Chat tip through PayPal instead of through YouTube, and thank you very, very much for that. And so I didn't know what he meant when he said, "You want a Smoky product?" So evidently newer generations, younger generations are just saying Smoky. And he goes, "You know, it's Smokey the Bear, it's about forest fires." I'm like, "Oh, of course I know that." And so he had several things, and he let me pick it out, and of course I chose this cup. But it's like, "You want a Smoky product?" I didn't know what a Smoky product was. Oh, Letty, hi, my darling. I can't wait to show y'all. Letty mail. I'm stuttering. Hold on. Letty mailed me a birthday card that I can't wait to share with you guys. But it's adorable. And thank you, Letty. Yes. Oh, I'll never get over y'all being my earth angels in harboring me during the onset of the pandemic. And only you can stop wildfires. And thank you for saying that, Letty. Being there and being sequestered did allow me to get caught up on a lot, and because it is a lot of work. And so thank you for saying that. Truly blessed. She would have had a big question mark on her face too. Thank you, because I was Lower Lincoln County, New Mexico, and Smokey the Bear. Yes, Texas lady. That beautiful area. Oh yay! And Letty's telling Robert happy for his new trailer. It's awesomeness. Okay, and so it was a big week. Oh, I gotta say, but Bev Hall and some of my other patrons, they're like, "Only you" was fitting for me, because it's like only you can be out in the middle of nowhere and have a Leo come barreling in on you, ready to pull a gun, have a spot a fallen hiker in the woods with your binoculars, and be in on the rescue of that. I had people coming through. I had a guy that walked a half a mile to get to my camp to ask me for a corkscrew. I'm like, dude, I don't have a corkscrew. So anyway, only you. So thank you, Brenda Whitlock. Thank you so very much. I appreciate all of you, and I appreciate the super chat tips. It's part of my extra income that allows me to do any of this, and I just really appreciate it. But anyway, so that only you thing. So I'll check out comments and everything in a minute, but I wanted to share that. Hi, Stuart. Thank you, buddy. Glad that you're on here, and you have a good evening too. I've appreciated your comments so much. Oh, Pam, PJ Pittenger, that is on here. Thank you so much. She just sent a PayPal super chat tip as well. And Cardise she has to go. Her grandkids are fussing with each other. We can all understand that, Cardise. So thank you. And I can't remember, Pam, what your screen name is, but you guys give her a shout out for that Campgoer 1 says, you should have asked him for a smoky shovel. No, it wouldn't have been as cool as my smoky cup. So I just want to, Stuart Riley, thank you. You have just been such a big support this week, and I've really appreciated you, and thank you for that as well. I don't even think, I'll be honest with you, that's another part of PJ Pittenger. That's who just gave me the PayPal Super Chat tip just before Stuart. So thank you. And so I don't even think that I've gotten around to thanking people personally. I mean, I always thank you during the Friday Night Live, but I also try to during that week to send thank yous to everyone for your super chat tips. And if I don't have an email or something, then I at least add it in the pinned comment and video description. And I thank you, Carol. And I don't even think that I've gotten around to doing that for the last week or two. It is a lot. It's a lot of moving parts, and I'm sharing that because I am so sorry for the balls that I drop, and I mean no disrespect or no less gratitude for anybody when I don't get around to being able to do that, because it weighs on me, and I should be, no, I'm not going to do the shit. I don't mean to do shit. I'm going to do a cross-stitch piece sometimes that says, don't should yourself. And I want people to hang it over their toilets. But, so don't should yourself. But, yes, Pam, thank you. I'm glad that you know that, because I forget. And that's all it is a matter of forgetting. Can't go, oh, I love your little picture. I can see your picture. Campgoer 1, thank you. I appreciate that. That is so sweet. Thank you for that. But it is just a matter of me forgetting, and I don't mean anything by it. So I want to say too that, summer camping is different than winter camping. Like, I don't have a signal. So when I think of it, to be able to hurry up and send out thank yous. Sometimes I think it's stuff after I lay down at night. I'll be like, oh, I didn't do that. And when I have a signal, I can get up and I can go send a thank you, and then go back to sleep peacefully. But when in the summer, most of us are camping in places. Judy Abernathy, you just blew me away. Thank you, my darling. Y'all are so good to me, and God is good to me through you guys, and I don't know why, and I don't know what God has in store, but I know that my heart is just to keep doing this and doing my best to be of inspiration and giving back where I can. And it's like the more I try to give back, the more you guys give, and I'm beyond humbled and puddled and grateful. Thank you, and that is sincere from the bottom of my heart. But most of us, I'll go back to topic now, and Patricia Coretta, on her PayPal Super Chat tip, she says, we love you just as you are, and I so enjoy your videos and FNLs. I'm really grateful that you're here, Patricia, and thank you for that. Oh, Brenda wants to know about the lady I let camp with me. I'll come back to that, Brenda. Let me finish my last note here. Most of us are trying to escape the heat, and it's kind of like a lot of people, there's only a few places in the country where you can go in the winter that's warm, to boondock anyway. I mean, if you're got shore power and at an RV park, you can go just about anywhere, like me last year, and right by in Death Valley. Oh, DBKY here, thank you for that. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you. But if you're boondocking and doing dispersed camping on public lands, there's only a few places in the country where you can go and be warm enough in the winter. Likewise, in the summer, there's more places that you can go, and we all just kind of, go a bunch of different ways. But signal, finding something where you can be cool and with signal, it gets really iffy. And so summer camping is really different. And I'm fixing to have to, it's going to be in the upper 80s here for the next week. And so I'm fixing to try to go up the mountain even further. I don't know if I can, because the spots get more and more limited and there's more and more people wanting them. And so, but I'm going to try. And if not, I'll remember I have my fan. But I'm going to try to go up the mountain further. And I'm going to have even less signal. So I just, what I want you guys to do is to be my light bearers. And when you see comments of people that aren't understanding, with love and gentleness, you know, try to align them in what you hear from me on these FNLs and what you know my heart is. And because people don't understand. People see me smiling, and usually I have makeup on, and people see me smiling, and people see me doing good, and they don't know the behind the scenes struggles, and I'm not very good at sharing them that well. But when people aren't getting it and you know better, again, politely, gently, with love, be my light bearer, and maybe leave a comment and let them know something I've shared. You know, well, Deborah in the past has said da da da. However you want to do it, because I'm not going to have signal. I've got to take care of me and Bandit and try to be as cool as I can, and that means only coming into town probably for my Friday night lives, and I'll try to get my errands and everything all done in one day, because I can't keep running this old girl, and I don't mean me, I mean my RV, up and down the mountain. And can't put that wear and tear on her engine, and I can't. And at 8 miles to the gallon, I'll be coming in once a week to do things. And so if I get to come in more often, you'll hear from me. But if not, just know that's what's going on. So Brenda had said she wanted to hear about the lady that camped with me. I shared that last Friday, and I went back out, and so the next morning, I only had like 3 little mini muffins that Jana had left with me when they left. Frugal RV Gal and Shalom on the Roam and all of them are in a different state and camping. Oh, I missed something. Oh, DBKY here. Thank you for that. That is so sweet. Carol is right. That is a sweet message. All of you are, but that's a sweet message. Thank you. And see, I forgot what I was saying. What was I saying? Oh, Frugal RV Gal and hi Curtis, good to see you. And Shalom on the Roam and them. They're gone. And they Jenna had left me some little chocolate chip muffins. And I had 3 left. Well, you know, I had invited this lady over to have coffee with me that Saturday morning, last Saturday morning after my FNL. And then I'm like, I don't have anything to feed her. So I cut those in half, and I put them in a skillet, and I put butter on them and warmed them up. And so that way, you know, I didn't put them on little plates. So it was something to offer her along with the coffee. And I'm just gonna say, because she might see this, I don't think so. She said she doesn't have a smartphone, she doesn't do YouTube, she doesn't do online, and it wasn't a very pleasant morning. She was very negative and grumpy. And I didn't get the sense that it was just from having spent the night out in the woods when she hadn't wanted to. We were just completely kind of different people. I wake up and I hear birds singing. She woke up and she smelled cow manure or something, and the cows hadn't even been let out in that area yet, so I'm not sure. But anyway, so we shared a cup of coffee and some muffins together, and then she went on her way. And so there you go, Brenda. That was that. So I don't know what else to say on that. Thank you all. I've got 150 of you on here and 100 thumbs up, or 108. Please give me the rest of those thumbs up if you can. And so Deborah on the Go is asking, do I snowbird to Florida in the winter any? Chuck and Letty that are on here can tell you I tried in 2020. I was doing a epic road trip, 2020 epic road trip. And I was going from California to Florida, up to New York and into Canada and around and seeing all my friends and coming back around. I had the whole thing planned out, and then we all know what happened in 2020, and oh, Texas lady, I'm glad you could be on here too. So yes, I tried to make it to Florida. I got as far as the Alabama, Florida coast, and Chuck and Letty got straddled with me for over a month. Like she said, I think it was 47 days, Letty, is what we were in lockdown together, you two angels. Thank you, Pearl Pugh. Hi, Camping Therapy, glad you're on here. So Dewdrop In says that she hopes this coming week is calmer, and blessings to all. Good night. Oh, Ginger Snap Judy, send me a picture with it. I'm so glad that you got it. Thank you. Yes, all my stuff stays on my shelves, Vesta Moon. You can see how the books are secured. And then see this up here? This is a lip. It's got like a little over an inch or so, maybe even more, inch and a half lip. Same thing up there. And then this stuff here, well, not my birthday card from Joan. Thank you, Joan. But this stuff here is Velcroed down. So my Cocapelli, Bandit's Treats, and I made, this was, the vase and everything was cracked, and at a Home Depot, and they were going, it was 75% off, and I just bought that burlap and those that twine and stuff and put around the bottom of that. But all of that is Velcroed on, doesn't go anywhere. It might jostle like that, but it doesn't. The other, see, this doesn't even move at all, and my Cocapelli doesn't move at all. You have to get the industrial strength, really heavy duty Velcro. And the same thing with my flowers here. That is Velcroed down. This bowl is Velcroed down. It is vitamin C drops, and when I'm working and writing, I nervously nibble, and so I got myself some vitamin C Hall drops. And then this is, you can't see it, but in the back there, it's just those two little round bolted to the desk and holds that down. So yes, all my stuff stays in place. I don't have to move stuff around when I travel. Texas lady, Gorilla Tape. Please, oh, Vesta, I will try to remember that, sweetheart, but you might have to remind me over and over, but I will sure try to remember that. I'm sorry if I forget. Let's see. Yes, we did make, oh, Letty, it was one of the most golden times of my life. It was hard. Well, it was hard on everybody worldwide, but being there with you and Chuck and being in the harbor of your beautiful Earth Angel wings, it was just such a blessing to me. That's what I will remember. Yes, it was difficult, and I'm sure having that extra person. I was only supposed to be there, you guys, at their house for, I think we'd planned 3 nights, and I was leaving on the 4th day, and it's like, surprise, you know. But they opened their door to me. It's not like I forced my way in. And they talked with David. I know Chuck, and I don't remember if Letty did. I know Chuck talked with David, and they worked things out, and I was just blessed. That's all there is to it. And so yes, it was difficult, but what a wonderful blessing. Oh, thank you, Vesta. I appreciate that. She says she doesn't mind reminding me. Camping Therapy says has to move all theirs. I did that for years, Camping Therapy, especially when I lived in my van. But now I don't even have to move my outdoor stuff. I will show y'all. This is my flexible solar panel. In case I'm camped underneath a canopy with too much shade, I can run a cord and still get solar, even though I have 100 watts on my roof. This is Bandit's outdoor bed, my chair, The table that I left at camp usually goes here. His leashes, his outdoor leash, and back there is usually, well, it is hanging, but you can't see it, the cable for the solar panel. And Robert and Frugal RV Gal helped me hang these hooks because I would have messed that up. Y'all saw me try to drink water earlier and pour that out. So, all right, everybody. Oh, Megan, see, Megan's asking me if I got my mail. No, I forgot, Megan. I'll be back in town on Monday or Tuesday, depending on whether I can get a campsite further up the mountain. Because I have to come back down the mountain. I'll have to be in town twice next week to upload videos for next week. Because I didn't get that done today either. I ran out of time. Well, I don't have the videos ready, even if I'd been able to upload them, but I ran out of time. Everything just takes me longer. But Megan, I'm so sorry, I forgot. And you guys, she's asking because she sent me a birthday gift and I forgot to go get it. So 3M double-sided tape has not worked for me in the past, Cheryl. I'm glad that's working for you though. Oh, Deborah on the go wants to know, where's Bandit? Come here, Bubby. Come here. I can't get you down there. Come here. He was trying to stay right underneath my foot. And I couldn't pick him up with him doing that. He doesn't know what this thing is around my neck. Look at him looking at it. He's like, what is that, Mom? I'm going to turn it off so it doesn't bother him. I know that loud one's high, isn't it? It's very noisy. So I'll be okay just for a little bit before we hang up. So he is such a sweetheart. He's grown into such a sweetheart. He lets me look. He'll let me like check his paws now. He didn't used to let me. If I touched his paws, man, he was biting. And he doesn't do that anymore. I can look at his little teeth. I mean, it's a miracle what he lets me do now. And so I'm just so proud of him. Oh, Sissy, thank you. Oh, she says she tried the PayPal thing and she'll see me in October and find Bandit a rooster. Okay. Mike and Cindy, if y'all are still on here, you have to help me find Bandit another rooster. He misses his rooster. He is such a good boy. He really is. Yes, I am much cooler. I was so hot, Sea Lions. Thank you for helping me remember to get that out of the basket and put it on. Yes, Kelly, we talked about that earlier in the live chat, and Robert put up the link to where I did the review and where I went hiking wearing it. And his hair is hilarious. It's so thick and curly. So he's looking outside and he's like, Mom, we've been here a long time. You did laundry and now you've just been talking and talking and talking. So yes, this thing is amazing. See how flexible it is, and it's so soft and it just blows so much air. It's just, I can't believe, oh, thank you, Robert, for posting that again. I can't believe that something like that, and it's 12-volt rechargeable, so you don't even have to have batteries. Here's the cord. Here's the cord for it. I just can't believe the technology exists for something like this. For me, it's truly life-changing. And so I think that's it for today. We are going to go out to camp. I may go, well, it won't do me any good to go up the road tonight because I'm not ready to move, but I thought I might go up the road tonight, but I'm going to run out of light time. And it's Friday. Finding a new campsite on a Friday is ridiculous, but I don't know why I said that. But I'll try Monday morning maybe to go up the mountain because it's going to be so hot. And Kathy says she will text me to remind me mail on Monday. Yeah, I hope that'll work. And Carol, he is king of the links. He's awesome. And so yeah, Bandit's very tolerant of his mother being very affectionate with him, but he's just my little love bug. And for somebody that used to just attack the crap out of me, I'm just so proud of him. And Chuck and Letty, if you're still on here, I look forward to meeting Ava. Bandit's going to be disappointed because he doesn't know that he's missing his Rosie yet, but I hope you guys are doing well, and we look forward to that. And all right, everybody, thank you again for putting up with me tonight, for listening to me. Please be my light bearers and help in the comments when you can, when I'm out of touch up in the mountains, so that I can stay cool. And thank you, my wonderful mods, for all of your help always. And yeah, he always has to touch. He's so funny. I didn't mean to make you move. Anyway, I love you guys, and I'm so grateful for you, and thank you for understanding me. And oh, good, keep going one. I'm glad that you're getting one. You really will love it. All right, guys, I love you, and I'm going to hang up now, and we'll see you down the road. Keep on keeping on.